of the Yasuo Diana with the ult combo there. And you have the Varus, which is going to be able to poke its way through that bottom lane. But the fact that they have easy access to the backline with the Ambessa and the Lee Sin, as well as a lot of zone control here. They have the Teddy, Alistair to help peel, and the Aurora, which is arguably still one of the strongest champions in the game right now, which can zone so incredibly well. And is going to have a great lane into the Yasuo if Viper doesn't make many mistakes here. I really lean towards Team Bot quite heavily. I think they're a stronger team as well, so...
Children's song, actually, about a really cool tomato. I just learned this because you guys may or may not know this. I have a 2-month-old son. But yeah, it's a really great song. They're making some memes about it in the audience. Glad I could give that little, you know...
Your kid keeps taking
that
the
little
remote from
insight
you and turning the video back on.
That's a lot of dedication. That you had a child so that you could understand.
Yeah, so I could understand that one meme in the audience. Yeah.
Very dedicated role.
LCK.
Well, guys, we got team support. We got team bot. It's the season opening event for season 1 here. Welcome to Noxus. We're getting into it. Will we have any cheers? Seems like no.
Well, no one's designated cheerleader. Who said that?
Why didn't you guys say anything? Remember when we didn't have an audience and we were doing the cheers?
Valdez, I thought
that was the way.
I thought we made it very clear that we're a team mid. Why would I cheer for either of these teams, Valdez?
You're right. I'm sorry.
I've got the badge on and everything. So do you.
I do. Oh, mine is also.
Are we going to exclude him from team mid, by the way, at this point?
He gets one more chance.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't.
Don't make us kick you out.
I'm a big Faker fan.
So I'm really curious to see. We have a bunch of new changes, right? And there's a lot of things to keep track of. So you can see next to the timer, we actually have our feats of strength up there next to 1:30 on the clock. You can see that. So you can see which feats of strength are taken here in our new UI. A really nice, cool UI at the bottom as well, where the items are. Here's our runes, everything like normal. You can see the runes taken by every player below their portraits as well as their secondaries. So some cool changes that we even have in our UI here at the LCK. I love to see it.
New overlay. Oh,
No.
And we also can see the live gold difference in the middle there.
Pollu purposely went for the minion to bait out Teddy's Q. It was intentional. Definitely.
All right, stop defending team support. Okay, you have the mid badge on today, Mr. Support Player. We do have some new runes. And we'll see if anyone did take.
Yeah, I didn't actually check.
Yeah. We were so busy talking about other fun nonsense. But yeah, new runes. Keria seems to be doing pretty well, although he's seeing a lot of harass afterwards. Maybe going for the kill. Remember, first blood, extremely important. Extremely important.
But, I mean, if you're playing Yasuo, you have to go for it, you know. If you're not all-inning under tower, you're not playing Yasuo correctly.
Even the new towers.
Yeah.
Live like
Has it changed the meta? What if everybody's like, okay, now we're not diving, and nobody does anything for like 15 minutes?
Well, that's basically what the LCK was for most of the time.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't change much.
I feel like the towers just look scary as well. Like when they fire,
they do.
So much more.
It feels beefy, yeah.
Oh yeah, really.
I mean, the giant, like, shotgun, it's not really a shotgun. It's more of like a laser gun that it's got. That kind of scares me. Minion HP is decreased early. The minion damage to other lane minions has increased as well. And the first cannon minion wave, importantly, I feel like this is the most important thing, is wave 4.
Yeah, harder to stack that cannon dive if you have a crazy strat prepared for that. And makes it a little bit tougher to snowball the lane.
You all want to die to the increased turret damage. Perhaps go for those dives.
I think, Kellin? Sorry. I was going to say, I think in my experience playing yesterday, the one day the patch has been out, it does feel...
very experienced.
Yeah, I'm very experienced. I played like 15 games. I played like all day and all night. But the like minion farming, especially in an unfavorable matchup, does feel a lot easier. You know, it's much easier to get that last hit on the minion without taking extra damage. I think for newer players, it's definitely a good change. We'll see how it affects pro. As down here, Guma's got a little bit more control of this lane now.
I love how, it's only 4 minutes in. We don't really see any huge gaps anywhere, but we haven't seen any ganks yet. Our junglers are just full-on farming. maybe a chance now.
Oh.
Have I baited it out, or has Teddy baited himself? As the Q comes down, he does get the stun, but he's ignited. And the flash on in, and there it is! First blood way, and Pollu putting it together for the kill.
And that's a feat of strength locked in. 1 out of 3.
Pollu.
Zoning.
The predicts.
Yeah. But Jiwoo now
Jiwoo.
looking towards top lane.
Yeah, but now that you didn't get first blood, like,
Who cares?
who cares? Don't even go for kills. Like, this doesn't matter. First blood, very strong, but they're still looking for the kill here on the Kellin. Not quite able to do so.
Well, getting a kill onto a Cassante anyways was a pretty optimistic. Let's be
Yeah, I was
honest.
going to say not the lane I would have put my attention towards if I was...
So,
but I'd
wait
like
for
right
it.
around him.
Jiwoo does not seem to know this is here, and Delight is looking for it. Going for the fake blast, but Delight had a ward in the bush.
He's a support man. Of course he has a ward in the brush.
He was prepared for the flash fake out into the brush. Nothing gets past him.
Yeah, he was setting up for that like a minute in advance. It's kind of crazy.
The team support looking pretty good so far. We'll see the replay of the bot lane.
Yeah, this is kind of on Teddy. Like, not 100% sure about this path.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get like a flank angle to knock him back, and then they just decided to kill him, and he ran out of health. Yeah.
I think he's probably complaining about the kill not going his way. Pun intended.
So you can see that control ward here in the brush. The thought process here for Jiwoo is if there's no ward in that brush, it looks like he's flashed into the Baron pit, but there was a ward there. So.
그러니까 저거 어떻게 해 정거를? 뭐 어떻게 하는데?
Oh, we got a fight here. Delight making fun of Jiwoo. Paulo is going to go down to Viper. That's a Federer already. Delight making fun of Jiwoo's jungle play, and now he's getting bullied here. 4v. Oh, is he going to get out? Is he going to get out? You got to be kidding me.
I cannot believe he lived there.
That was slick. Delight actually, it was talked about. Faker was saying that he's seen Delight play jungle in solo queue, and I believe it.
Yeah. He also said that he saw Guma and Teddy duoing.
Not sure I believe that.
Yeah, I'm still, at this moment in time on the live feed, I'm still not sure.
Wait. Okay, barrier comes in, but maybe still some damage. Does he have the Q? The flash of the Valkyrie, not enough. And now he's got his support player coming in. Oh, but Teddy barely able to get the kill. It's still a big win here for the bottom lane of the support team.
Well, Faker said he saw them duo. He didn't say he saw them win when they were
Well, it's Pollu versus Jiwoo here. Ignite coming in, and Jiwoo's got to be careful. Hook comes down. Nautilus gets the root with the passive and the E. Damage gets the job done.
Support main, baby!
No, he can tell. He's a support main.
Clearly!
There's that comfort. Okay, now we got Berserker. He's been kidnapped, and we have a Diana in the river here as well. Delight making plays everywhere. Kellin setting it up as well. Team support are cracked, man.
I mean, I doubted Faker's Valkyrie strat. Now I doubted support. They're proving me wrong on both counts so far here as
Keria, perfect dodge to the gank.
He looks like he's going to be fine. And, man, this game is definitely not shaking up the way I thought it would.
Yeah, and honestly, it started pretty slow. I thought there'd be like aggression from level 1, but the momentum's picked up now.
Ults here on a Keria. He is going to flash away from this one. Pollu just kind of walks off of that one. So trying to set up the play, team bot. Yeah, not really the synergy I was looking for. We do have a play here as trying to get in is Berserker on the way. You would imagine the Varus should be pretty much in trouble against the Ambessa, but not going to happen this time. Berserker, where is he going? There's a Nautilus in the bush. He just face checks it, and he's dead. This is having a good time, though. He's laughing on camera.
Yeah, this is starting to be kind of a disaster here for Team Bot. I mean, starting with this play here, Guma challenging him because he has barrier here and Teddy, but he just doesn't have enough damage. Flashes away, still gets autoed here. And then with this perfectly timed hook from Pollu, Teddy just does not actually have enough damage to kill him quickly there. Ends up dying. And then it gets even worse, but we're not going to show that part. I was going to mention, when you look at where the gold is, the only person who has a big lead is Viper here for Team Bot. on the Aurora. It's a good matchup for the Aurora. He did pick up that kill earlier, but that alone is not enough to get you back in this game. I think we're going to have to see a big play around one of these upcoming Dragons if Team Bot's going to hope to come back.
Yeah, it's also, the support composition can very much just target any Fed member on the side of bot. Like, if Viper's the only one oh no.
Oh, Teddy. He's trying to Hex Flash out of the pit. He's just getting bullied. It's 1v3, and this guy is going down. It just depends who they're going to give it to. Teddy, his third death.
Look at his face as well on the player cam. Poor guy. Look, he's still got a promising career as an AD carry.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll be role swapping anytime soon like Reckless.
Yeah, maybe shelve the Alistair for his next couple of games. We'll see in the LCK Cup. So guys, Feast of Strength. We had First Blood. That went to Team Support. First Turret is the potential next one here that we will be looking at. This Viper nice dodge on the hook. And looking for it potentially as we are looking at some of the turret changes here as well.
Yeah, so the amp is bigger, the damage it ramps up to. It also has a longer duration, so you often see teams let the stacks run out and then redive. You're going to have to wait longer. But Nexus towers do also respawn, so a bit of a shake-up. Now looking for these grubs. Another one secured by support.
Yeah, Feats of Strength, baby. That's another one. As Teddy going in, not a bad engage, but where's the follow-up? Pollu looking to set up his zone, but actually Viper gets the first kill, and now it's going all Team Bot's way as the setup here from Team Support on the grubs. Not looking good. Down will go Kellin, and Team Bot with the comeback. 4 kills and a couple of grubs.
Look at Teddy's experience bar right now as well. He's actually so close to 6. If this game had gone a little bit better for him and he has the same sort of setup here and has his ultimate, this is an incredible fight for Team Bot. And this is the kind of front to back I was talking about with this type of composition. You have so much access. Look at the flank here from Berserker as well as the Aurora ult coming down. It's just so difficult to actually win these fights with composition of support. Even with a massive lead like this, you just have to be ready for those potential flanks. And it was a really good play there from Berserker.
Yeah, I mean, Jiwoo got such a sick kick.
이거야. 서포지 않다를 어떡해. 이니시만 걸어봤지 이거.
He's like, how can supports team fight? They don't know how to team fight.
I mean, Jiwoo had a sick kick, Viper had a big ult, but also, like, Team Support kind of committed on a Teddy, on the Alistair. The 1-3 Alistair was kind of their focus. I don't think that's a good way to start off a fight. So I think, you know, Bot had a good setup for the fight. You know, I think Jiwoo's kick was fantastic, but Support just, yeah, kind of not really got a clear direction with what they wanted to do there.
Yeah, getting some blood petals. Teddy desperately trying to hit level 6. Okay, he got it in mid. I thought maybe the plant was going to get it.
Really cool that we have the countdown in numbers on the ults as well when they're about to come online. So you can see like they're 10 seconds away in that small little bar. Another big change.
Oh, kick Jiwoo again. Really beautiful stuff. Just easy setup here onto Pollu. And that's just another kill. Team Bot looking to try to get on in here with some momentum, some tempo. And now they're looking for a dive, actually. Teddy, level 6, still has his ult. The light's in the bush, though, and the combo comes in. But where's the damage? The damage, it is obsolete. As they set up the combo, I mean, he doesn't even have an item here on Yasuo, and it doesn't do anything, and he just dies.
The light was kind of considering just staying in the rush and just letting him go, and then they walk towards him.
I think Jiwoo may win this. Oh. Yeah, Jiwoo going to win that one, especially with the execute damage. The light, a little bit of egg on his face now after calling out Jiwoo earlier.
I mean, Jiwoo's looked really slick on this Lee Sin, I'm not going to lie. Every fight in the past, like, 5 minutes, he's just been on point.
And even the ward, I mean, when he died, when he fake flashed and there was a ward there, it was a really nice play as well, even though he got caught with it. He's had a really good game, Lee Sin here. And, yeah, the execute damage, really the key factor in that last one. But sets this one up here. Easy peasy, really nice kick. And then here, like you said, didn't necessarily want to commit to this one. Viper is super strong at this point in time. They're outnumbered. Just wants to see if they can actually get a kill back here. But no damage on this Yasuo. Keria is isolated by a headbutt there from Teddy.
Oh, you got to play down here, but Teddy is nearby and trying to help set this one up on Kellin. We have Delight as well, doing the jungle cam, not even paying attention. The ult comes in. Berserker just going to lock it down. He's been really good on this Ambessa as well, I have to say. Obviously has played this champ a couple of times. Looking for that dragon now, trying to stack some objectives and maybe get their own feat of strength at this point in time. But first, we got more action in the jungle as this Nautilus looking very caught out. Guma is a bit low, though, and the knockup comes in. But again, the damage is not there, and that's another kill going over to Jiwoo. Keria desperate. will get the shutdown, and the turnaround might be coming in here for team support, but Jiwoo, he's got something to say about that. He's going to pick up a kill. Unfortunately, though, now he's all alone. He's lost his friends there, Teddy, and now he's looking for Way. Man, Jiwoo is just on a tear. This guy is playing amazingly. Almost hits the Q as well on a Way. And at the end of the day, looking for Keria, not going to get in so much gold into this Yasuo after that fight.
I mean, Keria single-handedly is refusing to lose this game. It started off pretty doomed for Team Sport. They are still far behind. The Keria making that fight happen, managed to clean up a lot of gold for himself.
Yeah, I feel like Jiwoo is having an incredible game, though, despite dying there, despite not landing the Q. Definitely the most impressive individual performance is Kellin.
Look at that. You talked about the Fed Aurora. Viper just kind of knocks him down.
Now,
And Pollu decides, yeah, maybe I'd rather not go for that. But he does have Diana nearby. Delay trying to come in, and there's the jump away. Viper just says no.
I was going to mention, too, they put the focal point team bot when they were starting to fall behind in getting these top and bottom outer turrets so they can maybe get that feat of strength. They were able to get both, so actually have that. So it's 1-1 here. They have the objective lead as well in terms of stacking those 3 objectives. So really back in this game in a big way. Have a gold lead now as well. This big Aurora is going to be such a big problem to deal with here. Leandri's nearly complete. 10 stacks of Dark Seal on top of it all here for Viper, who's also sitting on his teleport right now. So much agency for this next objective.
Ooh, that hook almost hit Guma, but now it looks like maybe Teddy's just dead again, unless he wants to use this flash. He's going to just go in. He's got some support here. The not ult, though, onto Guma. There's the knockup. They probably got enough. They have so many ults on Guma. They take him down. The Vars, though, is out of this one way. They don't have the DPS, but that's still 2 for 1 here in favor of team support. The kick is amazing again, but the follow-up just not here yet. It's still 3v4. They still want to go for it. Pollu super low, and the Ambessa is about to go crazy mode at this point in time. He's just going to flash away, though. Viper hopping out of the CC, goes back in, gets away from the damage, and Team Bot is turning this one around. They will take down the light, and it's only Keria single-handedly. I don't know if he can take a 1v3. He gets taken out. It's an ace for Team Bot.
They just played it so well. You can see them buying time when Viper had his ultimate in this extended play, stalling it out. And initially, I mean, team support kind of don't want to commit heavily on Teddy because it's an Alistair. They do get this turn onto Guma just after. And yes, they take him out. But Team Bot are just so patient with this. They know Viper doesn't have the ultimate. They know that's a huge team fighting tool. And they just buy time until it's available.
Exactly. Berserker with a second amazing flank on this Ambessa as well is able to, after half the health is taken out on that Varus, just delete him from the fight. So that damage is lost. So they can buy time with this Ambessa that's deceptively tanky. Like you said, Ox, just enough time as Viper has his ult in 10 seconds before this to actually give him the time to set up that ult and just kite himself away. Berserker doing a ton of damage here. And Keria on this melee, Yasuo is more combo-oriented in these team fights at this stage in the game than actual damage because his melee can be kited away and they can just, once that Varus is gone, front to back there around that Viper ult, which is now back available here. We haven't seen this dragon taken in so long. Been up for a while.
If Team Bot gets it, that's feats of strength for them, and I think they're about to get it.
And also, like, you have Viper already with 2 completed items. He can just upgrade his boots immediately if he wants, which is a massive spike.
The biggest
they got
tier 3, the sword shoes.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be massive. Like, Viper, he probably clears this wave. He's got 10 stacks on a Dark Seal. Just go back, upgrade the boots.
Get a Medjai's as well if you have enough, and then the
game's over.
Yeah.
It's a pretty snowballing meta, guys. We're not going to lie. Looking for a dive here, actually, as they do have so much damage, but the combo comes in on a Viper. Is it enough? It's not quite. The Nautilus ult, though, is going to take him down for quite a while. He still will be taken into the Rift Herald, actually. Pollu trying to make something happen, trying to set up his AD carry Way, who will knock down the kill.
And Viper actually channeled into the Rift Herald to avoid the Nautilus ult knockup, which was super slick.
And then turned it into a knockup himself as well on the charge. Very impressive stuff. 2 for 1 special there. Viper is now 6-0-8 after that play.
By the boots.
He's going to buy him. He's going to buy him.
I think this Viper guy is pretty good at team fighting, is my assessment.
I mean, look at the angle here as well. Zoning way away with his ultimate here. Look at this. Avoids a Nautilus knockup, as you said, Ox here. Gets the knockup there. as well, and then gets the charge into the turret. Really 3-for-1 there.
Maximizing
Yeah.
Herald there.
And, you know, you mentioned how it's a very snowbally meta, Valdez. Well, let's not forget, support actually was significantly ahead early on in this game, but it's really just been fantastic team fighting. Good flanks from Jiwoo, good flanks from Berserker, and some really nice communication here from Team Bot that's got them back in it. Now the lead is pretty hard to imagine to see a comeback here. 5,000 gold, bounties are up. It's ruinous, Otacon.
Yeah, I mean, we do have 35 kills at 19 and a half minutes, so Runis, Otacon, is going to spawn. So yeah, lots of petals going to be coming out of that one once it does get taken down.
And even though we talked about how we'll probably see a lot of it bottom in the real LCK, hold that thought.
Yeah, Teddy, yeah, well, at least he gets away alive this time. Otacon spawning 20 minutes in the top side of the map, as I think you were getting to.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we had a lot of fights around those topside objectives, the Herald and the Grubs, which is, I think, the reason why it spawned topside in this case.
He didn't buy the boost, by the way.
He needed the Medjais.
He needed the Medjais.
Stacks. He has to stack, you know. Boots can come later.
Oh.
I think he probably should have bought Boots, because the value would have been instant rather than Majai's value is a little bit slower.
He needs to get 25 stacks for the end of the game. Oh,
He might just die. I mean, he's trying to get soloed here. He will have to expend his flash, so he's not going to die. And trying to set up the kill here on Otacon. Team Bot in control at the moment.
Otacon is very tanky.
could this be the LCK's first Otacon throw? You know?
Oh, boy. We'll have to wait and see when Team Jungle is playing how those are going to go.
He's going to leash.
Yeah.
And, I mean, let's not forget, it's a 20-minute objective like Baron used to be, 16,000 health, so you can't just go, oh, okay, Rush, it's not a, you know, Herald doesn't have an eye at the back you can poke or anything like that. It is an objective that takes quite some time to take, so I think teams will kind of realize what timings they have in the future. But now that support is on this, I mean, they have to regroup, we have to teleport from Viper.
You see it does hit incredible amount of
Yeah,
damage,
you
too.
have a lethality virus,
Like-
and you have no turret. It's not a good play.
All right, well, Teddy's going in now, and he's trying to make something of this as Delight getting pretty low. They get the kill onto Delight, the enemy jungler. The kick, not as good this time, but the Ambessa in the backline. Berserker, he's just always on the flank, and he's going to set this one up. Only Jiwoo is going to go down as Keria will fall, the dominoes fall, and that is a huge team fight here for Team Bot. They will be able to take this 9-0-9 is Viper. And there are the stacks.
But he
no
won't
tier
stack the
3 boost.
Medjais. Yeah, I mean, I think he made the decision, it paid off. Yeah, didn't even get a good ult there. I think he actually just missed everyone with his ult.
Yeah.
But I think team support, stopping Team Bot from doing Otacon, great. Deciding to do it yourself when you don't even have a tower behind you, questionable. And it will be secured now, and all those petals, they're competing for them.
They're taking as many of them as they possibly can, so it's going to give them just a whole lot of XP after taking that objective. This is the setup for the team fight.
Yeah, I mean, this fight is, like, you know, we talked about it, or Ox kind of hinted at it. Is this the first Otacon throw? The second one is here by team support because they wanted to hold this, but again, they just don't have the damage. Lethality Varus, you mentioned it. The ult here, not great for Keria, not able to set up combo onto the big carries here. Guma gets incredibly low, but they have enough damage to finish off that melee Yasuo, so it doesn't even matter. Also, critically, Delight getting focused down before he could ult, didn't have flash to close the gap there, so just really weren't set up for this. Now, this is going to make the epic objective stronger here. You can see how many more blood paddle stacks they have.
So many.
It's a lot. They're in a really good spot here, and it's not to get better.
Yeah, so they saw Teddy and they're like, oh god, we got to run away. At this point, team support not in a good spot. Now they're trying to set something up, but Teddy is dodging quite a lot. It's going to go into his ult, and now they say, well, we can turn this. Trying to take down Kellin. They get his flash out as the Alistar ult is beginning to go down. Teddy in a bit of a rough spot. Might be able to take him down, and you see that Team Bot is going to leave him to die as Berserker's just pushing top.
It actually worked out okay. You know, they got the ult from the Aurora, which I think getting that without losing too much is always going to be massive in these fights. And they end up focusing down Teddy and denying the dragon, importantly, because with the Ruinous buff, it increases the value of all these dragons if Team Bot was to get them. So, yes, they take a bit of a sacrifice on the top side, but at this deficit, you're happy with that play.
Now, notice how much money Berserker is sitting on here. He has a ton of items in his inventory here, sitting at 8.5k. He's been splitting every time his team ends up losing control of an objective. They're also going to get bought here, looks like. Not quite.
Yeah, trying to desperately. Keria had something to say about that. Team Bot's just going to respect it, I suppose. Just a bit of extra damage would have gotten the job done, but instead they did not get it. It's funny to look at the gold diff and see that actually Team Support's bottom lane is still winning.
Yeah, I don't think you need to show us that. You need to show Viper that.
Yeah.
He still hasn't bought the tier 3 boots. We have seen Guma upgrade his, and now Jiwoo as well have the empowered plate steel caps, which gives a shield when you take physical damage.
Yeah, the cooldown is 12 seconds. I feel like you probably get that at least twice in a team fight, and the shield is quite nice. So it is very impactful.
Yeah, a third build tier now for Berserker. Maybe everybody at Viper will get him.
It seems pretty good. The Ionian boots here purchased for Teddy, but he hasn't upgraded them just yet. Berserker, he's had one goal in mind. I feel like he really has the top laner's mindset, where he's just kind of split pushing, and then when they need him in fights, he's got the flank. Like, he's done that excellently. He's coming here.
And he's also now setting up the Baron here, because Baron spawns at 25. They've got it set here. Teleports top so he can be in the fight, also on a flank with his ultimate available, while also getting that vision with the top wave. So really smart teleport usage there on this Ambessa. And they're ready once again to get into that back line. Guma, no Valk, but no one to engage on him.
Trying to get another engage here on a Teddy, who does have that shield to come through, and he is going to have to go into an ult just to get away from this one. Trading Varus ult for Alistar ult, I feel like is pretty good for team support.
I feel like this has been the consistent theme, though, for team support, is focusing the Alistar. And, like, they get value there, don't get me wrong, from taking it, but, you know, they do burn that Varus ult, which you definitely like to connect maybe onto someone like Viper. I feel like would be a better target.
Still on the flank is Berserker, looking for a good target here. Wei would be ideal. He's on the long con flank.
Uh-oh. Jiwoo, he's got the fancy feet work. He is going to move out of that one as the ult comes down. Viper, though, has to go into Zhonya's, and now Kellin a bit caught out. Look at the damage from Guma, and Viper's just insane. That's the first pick. Looking for the second here on Pollu. Here comes Berserker, always on that flank, thinking about it, but will he actually commit is really the question. You never really know what that best says. The flash on in from Teddy, very nice engage there onto Delight. As Teddy's low, but it doesn't matter because the setup is there. So many picks coming through for Team Bot. And they should be able to set up for a Baron or even a push after this big team fight win.
Yeah, I mean, Ambessa has a lot of dashes. Not going to get away from it. Now Keria, the last support standing. Looks like Bot are just going to look to try and end the game.
Yeah,
and Teddy's played interrupt.
They were looking for a Baron, and they're like, yeah, we'll take a Nexus. It was kind of checkmate there. There was just no way out for team support. As Keria is trying to chase down this Alistar kill.
I mean, they're so strong. Yeah, the TP gets canceled. And at this point, like, even with a couple of guys respawning, it's like Cassandre and Nautilus. They can't do anything. These guys are so fed. And Team Bot going to take our first best of one as down will go Berserker. And there you go. They will eliminate team support from the tournament. And they will move on to face Team Mid in the next stage.
Yeah, so what we were saying about team support, you know, there was an unsaid thing about them. Looks like they're kind of on display. You know, they had a good start. It looked like they had that good early momentum. They got the first blood. And then when it came to team fighting, unsurprisingly, Team Bot pretty good at team fighting.
Yeah, Teddy's got this kind of sheepish grin. I think he knows he made a few errors that game, but sometimes, you know, stepping too far across the line baited the enemy team. It was just better team fighting overall from Team Bot, and Viper in particular got so large that his damage was just too much for the Yasuo to ever keep up with. And, you know, I feel like it was a good attempt here. They had a nice early lead. Good performance from Wei and Pollu in the lane as well, punishing some of Teddy's mistakes, but they weren't able to translate that into big team fights later on. I thought we saw a pretty good showcasing of some of the new stuff here on this patch as well. You know, maybe somebody tell Viper, give him the memo about the boots, but otherwise I feel like these teams came pretty well prepared. Loved Berserker's Ambessa. Was quietly very, very important in side lanes, and then those flanks were huge. And Jiwoo,
He was clean.
his Lee Sin, I like to see a little bit more of that.
Yeah, honestly, his Lee Sin was really clean. A lot of the fights, a lot of the skirmishes, it felt like he was kind of performing. And now this does mean that Team Bot will face up against Team Mid.
Yeah, so now they're our enemy.